Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and just wanted to make a real quick video. This is kind of in response to a video that I had made a while back, and it was a review of this pistol right here, the Ruger SR9, and I guess this would apply to the SR9C. But what I wanted to do is kind of talk to some of the comments that were on there, and people that really didn't like the loaded chamber indicator that is on this pistol, loaded chamber indicators altogether, or they just didn't see a need for it. There was also some people that said, you know what, it's just too big. And to those people, I would say I don't really disagree with you. On the Ruger SR9, the loaded chamber indicator is huge, as you can see here. It kind of almost runs the full length of the back of the slide. But what I want to talk about is how, if you're somebody who looks at this and says, what's the point? There's a huge point, and I'm a huge fan of the loaded chamber indicator, and I'll tell you why. Everybody knows that you can do a chamber check just by pulling back the slide a little bit to see if there's a round seated in there. But for me, the status of this pistol changes quite a bit. It is the pistol that's always on my hip whenever I'm at home. It's also the pistol that's on my nightstand. So therefore, it's the pistol that I train with the most. Subsequently, it's also the pistol that I clean the most. The status of this thing changes all the time. When I'm at home, I try and keep it loaded because that's what it's for. It's for my defense. However, if I did a cleaning and I put a magazine in there and there's nothing in the chamber and it's late at night and I have this thing on my nightstand, instead of just doing a chamber check where it might be a little bit hard for me to see, all I have to do is run my finger over the top of the slide and I can tell you whether or not there's a loaded round loaded in there. And I'll show you real quick. If I take this tool here and I depress the back of it, you can see how that little flag pops up. So it's really visual, okay? You can just look and see whether or not there's a round loaded in there. But the other added benefit to that is obviously being able to feel it. Now people were saying, hey, does that get in the way of holsters or anything else? I've done some videos with the Blackhawk holster, the vinyl holster that just goes over the top, pretty much covers it all the way from here to there. And no, there's not any issues at all. This is the Serpa holster. As you can see, it doesn't even come close to touching that, and I've never had a single hang-up. When this is completely up and there's a round loaded in here, it also doesn't get in the way of your sights. Okay, so it's really, you don't notice it unless you want to notice it. And that's one of the things that I like about it. Even though, yes, it is a little bit too big, okay, it's unnecessarily big. It's nice to have it there. So my opinion is a loaded chamber indicator can really be helpful. If I have the gun on my hip and I maybe don't want to draw it or pull it out, to do a chamber check or even do a chamber check while it's still holstered in this case, all I have to do is just run my finger right down, and even when it's on my hip, I can tell you if there's a round in there. And that makes, just kind of gives me a little bit of peace of mind when I'm using this. So to the people who left comments that were, stating they didn't understand the purpose of the loaded chamber indicator, for me, that's the purpose. That's what I use it for. I do chamber checks with my finger. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and you guys have a great day.